So, Taittiriya Upanishad I am taking here. In Taittiriya Upanishad, there's a Panchakosha Viveka is there. Okay? But Panchakosha Viveka starts with Panchakosha Upasana. You don't understand. Right? Here, Shishya, Varuni is the Shishya. He approaches his Guru. Varuni is the disciple and he approaches Guru. So Guru doesn't tell you Tattvamasi first. He doesn't give Brahmatmana first. Are you clear? So Guru starts from very gross level. He starts from the body. So Varuni, the disciple, goes and meditates. Body is Brahman. I am Brahman. At body level, I am Brahman. Then it's a gross level upasana. Then he goes to subtle upasana. Pranam Brahmeti upasita. Prana he meditates as Brahman. Visualizes. I am saying when you say meditates, visualizes as Brahman. Then Mano Brahmeti upasita. Mind is Brahman. From gross he is going to gradually subtler and subtler and subtler. Instead of going to subtlest concept of Tattvamasi. Then Vijnanam Brahmeti upasita. Intellect or buddhi is Brahman. Then Anandam Brahmeti upasita. Ananda is Brahman. After that, he doesn't come back. So, in this upasana, from gross, you are going to subtler and subtler and subtler. Now, what is done in this upasana? Individual is called Veshti. The total is called Samashti. Okay? The total is Brahman, individual is Veshti, Atman. So, individual is called Atman, I am. Total is called Brahman. So, you are trying to see the oneness of individuality, universal. At the gross level, start from body level, then go to prana level, then go to mind level, then go to buddhi level, then go to Anandamaya Kosha level. So, this is called Panchakosha Upasana. Panchakosha Upasana also leads to Panchakosha Viveka. That is Jnana, discrimination. Atma, Anatma Viveka, Nitya, Nitya Viveka. So, in this Taittiriya Upanishad, Upasana and Jnana are given together. So, what are you doing here? It's easier for the mind to observe the gross first before you go to subtle. Start from the body itself, because I am the body. Right? Then I am the prana, life force. Then I am the mind. Then I am the buddhi. Then I am the atma. I am the ananda. So like that he goes from gross to subtle, subtle, subtle. How it grows? As the mind becomes subtler and subtler and subtler. Suddenly, to grasp the very subtle aspect, it becomes very difficult for the mind. Understand? Go to subtler and subtler from the gross. At each level, the truth is there. The truth becomes more and more refined. It's not that you discover new truth. So this is called Panchakosha Upasana. Annam Brahmeti Upasita. Food Annam means gross body. Body is Brahman. Is Brahman. Then Mano Prano Brahmeti Upasita. Prana is Brahman. Life force is Brahman. That means from Annamaya Kosha, which is outermost, to Pranamaya Kosha, to Manomaya Kosha, Vijnanamaya Kosha, Anandamaya Kosha. Subtler and subtler. It's like taking a microscope. You look at an apple, look at a banana. It appears like a gross. Look at a fruit. It appears very gross with this sensor. Now you go to a little bit sharper microscope. Then you see this as atoms or molecules. Then a little bit sharper you look. Then it becomes molecules. Then a little bit sharper, it becomes energy. Like that, from gross you start with subtle and find the Brahman. Realize the Brahman. That's the meaning of Upasana. You start with Upadi, conditioning. Anna means body is a condition. From start with that, gradually you go deeper and deeper. That's called Upasana. This is called Panchakosha Upasana in Taittiriya Upanishad. There are many Upasanas. This is one example. That is actually called Dahara Vidya. Brahman is in my heart. Okay. There are Nachiketa Vidya. So there are so many types of upasanas are there. Upasana involves upadi, conditioning. So jnana involves deconditioning. But upasana prepares you for jnana, from grosser to subtle. Now, what is the grosser to subtle? Individual vesti has to be equated with the totality, oneness, soham bhava. That's called.
Body is Brahman, Manomaya is Brahman, Vijnanamaya is Brahman. So this comes with, without Jnana, they can't.
So, Jnana in Taittiriya Upanishad is given after this upasana.
Why don't we accept?
I'm going to take you through the process now. No, he doesn't accept. He just takes. He doesn't even know what is Brahman. So, Brahman definition, what is the Brahman? First,
either with devotion feeling or with logic.
No, I'm saying, what is Brahman according to you? He takes a Brahman as a definition of Brahman. Okay? From which all living beings are born and to which all living beings return. Eto va imani bhutani jayante. From which all the living beings are born, all living beings are go back, is called Brahman. It starts with that definition of Brahman. Varuni. Here. It doesn't start with Satchidananda. No, pa. My dear, every Upanishad will have many Upanishads will have Upasana Kanda and Dana Kanda.
Even this Nididhyasa, what he's doing?
It's not Nididhyasa. Nididhyasa is Atma Anatma Viveka is involved. Upasana involves starting from a definition, Upadi, you start from there, try to understand, try to visualize Brahman from that point. So visualizing point from Varuni here, the definition of Varuni is not Satchidananda. Varuni starts from a point, Yato va imani bhutani jayante, from which all living beings are born and all living beings go back. That's called Brahman for him, first level. He starts from the first level definition of Brahman.
So what is the source according to him? No, he's not.
He starts from where he is, which is almost all of us are thinking the body is Atman. From that he starts. Okay. So in this process, Guru takes him step by step through upasana to purification of the mind. And Jnana also comes. How that comes, we'll find out. So
direct Brahman. He's doing upasana directly on Brahman only.
No, pa. Not confused now. The Brahman, when you say Brahman, okay, formless, Nirakara Nirguna is Brahman. Okay? But Brahman also appears in the world, no? Brahman also appears as the body, no? The water appears as a wave, water appears as a bubble. Correct?
So this is not Aham Brahmasmi.
Water appears as a wave, water appears as a bubble. In Jnana process, what we say, straight away go, water is not wave, water is not bubble, water is formless reality. That's called Jnana. Neti neti. Right? Here he starts iti iti. Upasana means iti iti, I have told earlier. So he starts from where is Brahman? Okay. Now Brahman, here the definition of Brahman is from which everything rises and falls back. That's where he starts as Brahman. So he includes wave has a name and form. So the name and form he starts taking as Brahman first. Because wave is also Brahman.
So iti doesn't come under Jnana Kanda. Only neti
iti comes under Upasana Kanda.
Neti alone comes under Jnana.
Neti comes from Jnana Kanda. Okay. So here he starts with Upasana. Upasana, I told you, Upadi or conditioning is involved. Annam Brahmeti. Anna means matter. Matter is Brahman. He says matter is Brahman. First level. Correct? From there he starts. Because we have to start from where we are. Okay. When you say Aham Brahmasmi, you can go to Neti Neti. I'm not the body, I'm not the mind. Or my body is Brahman. You can start from there. Where Upadi is included. My body is Brahman. From that point.
So everything has two approaches. Like from this side and this side. Neti and iti.
Iti approach will take you to purity of the mind. then neti neti can be applied to clarity. Upasana prepares you for jnana. That's how it is. You cannot interchange. Upasana in Upadi, conditioning have differences. The differences I'm trying to gradually eliminate by focusing on the oneness. Oneness of Vyashti and Samashti. Individual and universal. Understand? In that process, gradually, my mind calms down. Chitta Shuddhi happens. That's called Upasana. Is this understood?